welcome to the show with Mike and T-Ray. Hello, T.
Hey, Bill.
How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm just fine. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
Beautiful day out.
It is. Absolutely.
Gotta like that. Have we turned the corner?
I think we're there. I think we're pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta start thinking about the pool.
Yeah, you should.
It's time.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know? Get that sumbitch open. I'm ready to go.
Maximize that fucking pool time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm ready. Exciting day. Been running around all day. Running errands and trying to squeeze the show in before going to see Blink.
Big show tonight for you.
Yeah. It was A Train and Ms. Train offered me a ticket. And,
A Train and B Train?
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, hell yeah, I'll go see Blink. It's my favorite too. It doesn't appear to cost me anything.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I offered to drive.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Nice.
Is there anything else I need to do?
You could probably buy him a couple of beers or something along the line.
Yeah, I don't know how much drinking they do.
Or what, I don't know.
But they did want to go to some, I think, restaurant in LCA.
Okay.
Maybe some barbecue place. So I suppose I got to pick up a tab on that. That would be nice, right?
Yeah. If you get down there
Let them
early
each
enough,
get a salad.
you park at Harry's for free.
Yeah.
If you get there early enough.
What is it going to cost me to park? Is it going to be like $50?
Depending on where you go.
Are they all cash too? I was going through all this in my head. Like, wait a minute, do they even take? Because last time I was at the Tiger game,
if you go to one of the
they
garages,
only took cash. You couldn't card for anything. I was walking around the stadium with Marshall.
Wait, what? No.
Yeah.
No. In the stadium?
Yes.
You mean the opposite. They wouldn't take cash. It was only card.
No, because I only carry a card. And they were like, no, I swear to God, dude. I was trying to get Dippin' Dots, and they wouldn't do it.
I was just there. They even have machines now, the opposite, where you can put cash in and get a Comerica card.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not. It's completely cashless. So when were you there? Like 1973?
No, like last season.
It's been cashless.
I'm almost positive I couldn't. Maybe just at the Dippin' Dots things. I was trying to get him fucking Dippin' Dots, and I remember, because I've always got a card on me. That's ideal.
Yeah.
Here's the fucking card.
Yeah.
And they're like, we only take cash. And I'm like, are you shitting me? Who the fuck has cash?
Maybe just the little Dippin' Dots thing, but, it's completely cashless.
Obviously, if you go to the main stand and get 10 hot dogs and nachos, they're not going to make you pull out $4,000 in cash.
You can't even pull out $4,000 in cash. Like, it's not even an option. They won't accept it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, either way, it was a pain in my ass, whichever way they went.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's like that I'm going to LCA today. Can you buy a T-shirt, or do you have to bring cash with you? Can you use a card? I'm hoping you can use a card. I know the restaurants you can.
I'm pretty much everywhere, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't encounter the Dippin' Dots scenario, but everything else I've ever been to.
Well, I remember being a giant
cash.
pain in the ass, and it was like, wait a minute. You only take cash? I swear that's what it was.
Okay. Maybe the machine was down, perhaps.
I don't know.
Sorry,
You would
machines
think
are
they
down.
would
We
say
can only
that.
accept cash at this point.
Yeah, I want to say I ran into it in a couple spots, but I don't know.
Okay.
Send us an email. You people can be the judge. Walters at DetroitCast.com.
When was the last time you paid cash at the stadium?
Yeah, probably not that long ago. Hey, we should mention radiofor1.com. You can listen there. You can buy merch there. Amazon link, Amazon Canada. Also MyPillow and the My Store. Just use promo code TDC. Groupon. These are all easy, simple, great ways to help out the show just a little bit. We appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Believe it or not, we don't have a giant listening audience, so every one of you that's listening, it's important to help us out. Also, a link to our Patreon page. The more people that sign up for that, the better chances we have of being here further than another week. So all of that helps us along. And send us emails, Walters at DetroitCast.com. A little bit of stuff to get to today. Some follow-up stories, some new stuff. Lionel Richie's hitting back at people.
Over his fucking karaoke garbage?
You were not the only one that had an issue with.
No?
No.
Okay.
No. We'll get to that in a few minutes.
All right, good.
We've got, are you familiar with Bob Huggins?
Like the the basketball coach?
Exactly.
Bob Thuggins, back from the old Cincinnati Bearcat days.
Wait, is that what they called him, Thuggins?
Yeah.
Why? Was he kind of a thug?
Yeah, he was.
Still is.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of his squad was like that. I think he coached Kenyon Martin.
Kenyon Martin. I haven't heard that name in forever.
Because he's been out of the league forever. But
yeah,
that's how far back he goes.
Well,
I think
lots of guys have been out of the league forever. I've still heard of him.
But yeah, now he's coaching somewhere a little bit bigger now. Pitt, maybe?
He's, let's see, West Virginia.
West Virginia. That's close. The colors, blue and yellow.
And gold. Blue and
I could
yellow.
Picture it, and it was that kind of part of this country.
Pitt is a different yellow, but I'll give you.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
West Virginia is a very stark blue and yellow. This is more of a muted gold and blue. Pitt.
Yeah, boy.
I'm not fucking with you. I'm just saying.
I didn't say it was identical. I was just picturing it, and that's what came to my head.
All right. Well, yeah, you were close.
Yeah, you're the one that had to look it up. So
no, I would. If you said who's Bob Huggins, I would have. Yeah. I think I wouldn't hit basketball coach.
All right.
That's as far. I just don't give a shit for the most part. You know, if my pro teams are doing good, or Michigan or Michigan State, great. Other than that, I cannot figure out fouls. Can't figure them out.
Yeah.
Every play looks like a guy just goes up like this, and it's like, oh, well, his finger was bent, and he got a little too close to the ball. That's a technical foul. 2 foul. You're like, what?
That sounds like some sour grapes from last night, perhaps.
Oh, no, I don't give a shit. I figured the Warriors were going nowhere this year. They can't win on the road. Can't win on the road. So you can't win on the road. You can't win basketball tournaments. So they're done. I mean, their season's over now. They're down 3-1 to the fucking Lakers. And this idea of being up 10 with 5 minutes to go and blowing it, I've never seen anything like it, especially from a team like that. It's just weird.
Well, they've never been a defensive standout.
They used to, and they've got some good guys, but whatever. It's over. I mean, maybe I'll tune in tomorrow just to see.
Oh, you will.
They're not going to, well, just because I got nothing better to do. I mean, that's the only reason. I shut it off the other night, but I would never do that with football for, comparison's sake. Anyways, Bob Huggins, he's facing calls for his firing.
Oh, what did he do?
Well, a lot of these, and we'll get to Glenn Kuiper, his radio call for the Oakland A's the other day that only aired in California, but I've got a clip of it now and what he said, and we can debate whether or not he said X or Y.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he said X.
I think he did.
I would say he intentionally said X, but he said X.
Yeah. It's one of those where, those things like, is this dress blue or green?
Yeah.
Or
those are weird ones where you hear it. Yeah, when they say it like.
Yeah, where they're like, do you hear this word or this word?
And you can hear them both clear as day.
Clear as day.
Yeah.
This one's a little harder to go.
Oh, yeah. I only hear it one way.
Huggins, on the other hand, he's 69. Do we have to cut slack to guys that are 70 years old?
No.
No? You can't? Like, if they're like, dude, I grew up for 70 years and this was acceptable language.
I mean, if it's your grandpa sitting around watching, Fox News or something, then yeah, but not somebody that's been in the, fucking public limelight for his entire career.
Yeah. Well, I think of Louis C.K. did a great skit on this. Was it on Louis or Lucky Louie? One of those. He's had multiple shows, but he takes his daughters to grandma's, and she gets out those what'd she call them? N-word toes.
Oh,
the nuts or whatever.
Brazil nuts, I think.
Is that what they are?
Yes.
And she's like, "You want some toes?" And the kids are like, "Huh?" And he's like, "Huh?" And it's like, there's an age thing there.
Sure,
She's an old bird, and that's just what they were called back in the day.
True.
Doesn't make it right.
No,
I'm just saying it's a little more understandable, So Huggins, he's being interviewed by a Cincinnati radio host, Bill Cunningham, on WLW. When he was asked about an incident in which Xavier fans threw sex toys onto the floor during a game against Cincinnati back when he was coach of the Bearcats. Again, he's at West Virginia now. Any school that can throw rubber penises, I wish he would have said cocks or dicks.
Yeah.
Rubber dicks would have been great,
For sure.
Rubber penises just sounds clinical and cold, but if you're loosened up and you're doing an interview, anyone that can throw rubber cocks on the floor and then say they didn't do it, my God, they can get away with anything. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Just because you can chuck a rubber dick onto the floor,
yeah,
can get away with anything, really? What have you put that into a trial of any form? Like, Yeah, this guy threw a rubber cock onto the floor a year ago, and this year he murdered someone. This guy can get away with anything.
Teflon.
He can literally get away with anything.
Get anything to stick to this guy.
I don't know what's going on with this guy, but yeah, name it. He can get away with it. And then the host says, I think it was transgender night, wasn't it? Which is probably just egging this guy, at 69 years old. And he's like, what it was all those fags, those Catholic fags, I think. Oh, Bob.
Okay.
Right? Like, that's not one of those, like, I was saying, like the European cigarette.
No.
We were all smoking fags back in the day, and it's,
Well, they got rubber dicks flying around.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it seems like something fags would do.
Right. The gays minus the E.
Exactly, the gays. He later apologized for this. So if you say what it was all those fags, those Catholic fags, I think. Keep in mind, you and I both have a fag pass.
Sure.
From
we
the
can say
community.
it. Absolutely.
If you need me to present that card, I gladly will do it.
Yeah,
It's
mine's
got a
upstairs. Huh?
great breakdown about, any variation of the word faggot we can say as
We're an
friend of the
ally.
community. Exactly. So he apologized. And I don't know if you can say that sentence. The apology, it's, you might as well just eat shit on this one and be like, whatever, man. I'm 70. They were always known as fags, and it was kind of fag-like behavior, chucking rubber dicks on the floor.
If I had more respect if he kind of leaned into it.
Yeah. Just went, what do
fuck
you
a basketball
call them?
coach? Fuck those guys.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. What do you call them? Cocksuckers? Do you call them cocksuckers? Dick sitters? What is it? I thought they were fags. Is that not cool anymore? My bad. Live and learn.
Yeah.
He says, earlier today on Cincinnati radio program, I was asked about the rivalry between my former employer, University of Cincinnati, and its crosstown rival Xavier. During the conversation, I used a completely insensitive and abhorrent phrase. There's just simply no excuse for it.
This is clearly a statement, not a.
Yeah.
This is
You think this was typed out?
This is a written statement.
Yeah.
Bob, I don't think Bob could spell abhorrent.
No. Let alone say it. He was probably struggling to get through it. And I won't try to make an excuse here. I deeply apologize to the individuals I have offended, as well as to the Xavier University community, University of Cincinnati, West Virginia. As I have shared with my players over my 40 years of coaching, there are consequences for our words and actions, and I will fully accept anything coming my way. I'm ashamed, embarrassed, and heartbroken for those I have hurt. I must do better, and I will.
We'll see.
Yeah, Bob, you just pack up your desk. I don't there's no coming back from that in today's day and age.
That's ridiculous.
I don't think anyone's really offended. I just don't.
Not
somebody-
really offended, no. But I mean, the fact that that's somehow
It's
like
gotcha, though.
That
Yeah.
is just cause for termination.
Yeah. Oh, don't you think? I mean, what we've seen. I mean, it's stupid. But
Exactly. That's my point.
yeah, it's always stupid.
Right.
And these people that are like, pearl clutching about a word. I don't buy it with the N word when it slips out of some codger's mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the black community is doing anything but laughing or going, there goes
Right.
another one.
Yeah.
He going down.
It's one thing if it's like you're directed at you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And you get your teeth knocked out for that.
Yeah.
You know what I
So-
mean? Like, those are consequences that are real.
Absolutely.
Where if you we've seen it. Say it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Say it again. And if you say it again, you might just get fucking dotted.
Yep. You won't get much out of it. You get the N out, and that's about it.
Yeah, which is what that guy did in the video that we're talking about there, which is hilarious. You describing that video is one of the funniest takes on this show in a long time. Say it again.
Love it. just a little demeanor change. Say it again.
Say it again. Boom. Good night. See you in the morning. Sleep tight, little bear. West Virginia is reviewing the incident, and they've issued a statement.
Oh, can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, Coach Huggins' remarks today on a radio show were insensitive, offensive,
And abhorrent.
abhorrent, do not represent our university values. Oh, tell us more about your university values. West Virginia does not condone the use of such language and takes such actions very seriously. Situations under review will be addressed by the university and its athletic department. Calls for his ouster have come quickly. This is where all the perfect souls out there demand someone's career end because they said something that this person doesn't like. I'm not saying he's right. Saying that representing a university in college athletics, that's going to be a problem. It is. And that one seems stronger than most, when someone slips up or it sounds like they said this word, but maybe they said that word. Those ones bother me where it's like, do you really think he just went on national TV and said that like that? Like, can we not give anyone the benefit of the doubt? If West Virginia retains Huggins, its message to the alphabet mafia students or citizens of the state would be undeniable. The coach thinks your very existence is funny and to be made fun of. Well, I mean, if you're a guy putting a cock in your mouth, I'm sorry, there's something
I think
little bit humorous
it's
about
more they
that.
were chucking rubber dicks on the court during his game.
Yeah.
Yeah. They took a bit of offense to that, I think.
Yeah.
So who was making fun of who?
Yeah. I mean, you start chucking rubber cocks on the court.
Right. Exactly. Actions have consequences.
Yeah. He's going to call you fags.
So, right. That's what happened.
And it's probably not something the straight community is dying to do.
I wouldn't think so.
Even handle rubber dicks
Right.
feels like, ugh.
Maybe there was something, like the octopus, at the Joe Louis
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something behind it.
Yeah, behind cocks being chucked. All right. This is from USA Today basketball writer Dan Wolken.
Well, can't wait.
Yeah,
I was
he's perfect.
wondering what he was going to say.
How can anyone in a position of power at West Virginia accept that? Settle down, sir.
Yeah.
You're a
Right.
grown-ass adult.
I mean, but
act like you've been there.
this is
Fuck's
so
sakes.
this is so next level that this guy has to be immediately fucking terminated. No questions asked. Not a suspension, not a fine, not sensitivity training.
career over.
Yeah, right. Good. Yeah, career.
You know,
over.
I look at it and I go, he's 70,
Dude can coach.
probably
He'll be somewhere real quick.
probably at a smaller school or not.
take a
Maybe
year
I don't
off.
know if there's coming back from that.
Yeah, there is.
You think so?
course
Dropping
there is.
fag?
That's
I don't know,
the
man.
least of anyone's worries, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, I think you're wrong about that.
Okay.
We'll see. But at 7, it's not like he's 45 and just starting. Maybe he's coming into his first, big promotion coaching wise, and he's going to start making his $5 million a year. This guy's you knew who he was, so it's not like it's a B school. He's been at major universities. He's probably a multimillionaire already. Luckily, at this point in history, they can't just take every penny you've ever made
Yep.
and steal it from you and put you out on the streets.
Not yet.
No,
coming.
not yet.
That day's coming,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, it won't be enough just to end someone's career. It's like, no, how do we destroy them completely and fully, take everything they've ever made, make sure it's very North Korea-like. You know what I mean? Like, you commit a crime, and then we're going to punish everyone on the left side of your family, the right side of your family, the in-laws, future generations.
worth, yeah.
You will give birth in prison, and your baby will die in prison as a senior citizen. Like, that is North Korea. That's what they're known for. So we're probably getting closer to that. Would be my guess.
We're definitely getting closer to that. I don't think we're quite there, but
Not quite yet.
That's our trajectory for sure.
Dude, I saw a great interview. I was watching Sunday night, Life, Liberty, and Levin, Mark Levin, he's an attorney, he's a constitutionalist. He worked in Reagan's White House. He's kind of a dick. He seems like he'd be a dick. Yeah. He's always kind of really amped up and yelling, but he's a strict Constitution guy, and so he gets all bent out of shape with stuff. But he had an interview with a girl, I won't remember her name. She just wrote a book. Anyways, she was born in North Korea, sold into, and then snuck into China with her mom at 13, walked over I think she said a frozen desert. I was like, wow, never even heard of that, but cool. Sneaks into China, where she is sold into sex slavery along with her mom, and she's 13. Mm-hmm. So one of the takeaways I got from it's not funny, but so at 13, her and her mom sold into sex slavery.
Yeah.
And they charge per session for her. They're like the 13-year-old $200. For the mom, 60.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I was like, wow, you put a couple miles on a human body, and they're like,
sure.
just throw it in, whatever.
You lose 10% as soon as you drive it off the lot. that's fucking.
This is what it is.
It's a waste of value.
Isn't it like here is hot young pussy, $200 if you want to get in there. throw in the mom for 60. It's like, just ruffle up some spare change in your cushions and you could have mom too.
Depreciating asset.
But she was talking about how she was talking about growing up in North Korea and how her mom would tell her not even to whisper anything negative, like anything, because the fear was that birds and mice could hear and report back. Like these things were potentially mic'd up or whatever. Like, holy shit. She says how this works in North Korea.
Birds.
No, I know.
Real thing
That's
now.
true.
Yeah.
That's very true. That they're kind of.
It's always been like birds are fake, but now that's the thing.
Oh yeah. She was saying how math is deemed to be white supremacist in North Korea and meant to hold minorities and whatever down. I was like, okay, how are we going to spin this? And it was like, what is 1 plus 1? And she's like, 2. And they're like, wrong. And she's like, fuck, I really thought I knew 1 plus 1. And apparently the deer leader, who we know got, 11 hole-in-ones on his first golf outing?
Oh, right, yeah.
So his argument back to 1 plus 1 is 2 is, if I take 1 drop of water and then add 1 drop of water to it, it just becomes bigger drop of water, not 2.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so 1 plus 1 does not equal 2. Fuckface.
Wow.
For the record, it's bigger 1.
This guy's got his finger on a button, too.
Yeah, he does.
Fucking terrifying. Right? What's the world leaders right now? The
She says,
brain trust behind it.
I finally make my way to America, and it's this fantasy dream world that we've been told about. The only place, this beacon on the hill, this shining light on the hill known as America. It's the only truly free place in the world, and it's unbelievable. She gets here, ends up going to school in New York, and ends up going to Columbia Law. And she's claiming in this new book, Columbia's worse than North Korea.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit.
That the groupthink is that fucking bad. And what makes it even worse is you're under the threat of murder and then murder that anyone you've ever known if you speak ill of the deer leader or
ill of
un. Yeah, ill of ill un.
Back in the day.
Yeah. If you speak ill, like here in America, they all have the same groupthink. It's being pushed by these professors and the student body, and you can't think for yourself. You can't go outside of this group learning, indoctrination, Marxist beliefs, and there's no risk of death on the other side. So they're doing it of their free will.
Right.
That's what makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Like, these fucking people are literally trying to destroy your country and turn it into this fucking hellhole like the rest of the world, and ruin what this country's greatness is and its true freedom is. And they don't even realize it or see it in this whole book. It's an unbelievable interview.
Yeah. I've heard.
Unreal.
I've heard of her. She's been doing a tour in the book. came
Yinmin
out.
Park or something.
Sure. I don't know the fucking name. But,
Yeah.
But I've heard of her.
And they're preaching at Columbia how anything white is bad too, evil. Like white people, and so like you and I would be,
Of course.
horrible.
The devil, white devil, baby.
Yeah, we could lie and maybe get a tiny bit of respect if we claimed we suck cock or something. Like that would get us a little bit, but barely.
Yeah.
Like I hope the gay community knows
Better be
that
black
they're
cock
on the
you're
outs.
sucking.
Yes,
You
black
better
cock
not
would
be
help.
sucking white cock.
Yeah, veiny black cock. Yeah,
There you go.
for sure. Full. So, anyways, moving on to the next guy. So, you think there's coming back from this? I do not. I do not think at his age, as a cisgendered white male, there's coming back from dropping a fag bomb twice on a radio show. We'll see.
We will see.
Keep that up because I don't remember shit, but you will. Remind me what I said too, so I remember which argument I had.
Fair.
The usual order.
Of course.
All right. So we are waiting for the fate of the Oakland A's TV announcer, Glenn Kuiper. Now, his brother, Dwayne Kuiper, I watch quite frequently, actually. He's the play-by-play for the Giants. He's great,
Okay.
I've watched him for years, so when I hear Kuiper, I'm thinking of his brother. But anyways, Glenn Kuiper does the TV call with former player Dallas Braden. You remember Dallas Braden?
Yeah, I do.
He's got a big old beard now. So he must have been an A's pitcher. Was that what Dallas Braden was? Was he a pitcher?
Sounds about right.
I think he was. I remember the name too.
I remember the name. I can't picture it though.
But he's in the booth, and people are saying, hey, this guy uttered a slur, and you didn't react hard enough. That's the other thing I love too. You don't even have to do it anymore. You just have to be sitting next to him, and if you don't,
oh, he's going down. Yeah,
you can be fucked for that. He says, so why don't we hear what this guy said? This was kind of hard to find at first.
You didn't have anything pulled up here, by the way.
No, I know. I have it here.
I have it here.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on,
Perfect.
man.
Even better.
Yeah.
I was just going to play the audio, but yeah, you've got the video there.
Yeah, I got it right here.
What do you think of this crazy overgrown beard look now?
I've never been a fan of it.
Nah, me either.
It looks like that's not a good look in my opinion.
So this is on, I believe, NBC Bay Area or NBC California or something like that.
This is like their
NBC
local.
Sports.
Is it like Bally Sports? Like we would get our local broadcasts around here.
Probably.
Our,
So this,
our CMO.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
okay, let's hear it again.
Okay.
So they had a wonderful day
Yes.
out at the what museum?
I assume it was the Negro League.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
Now it's Negra League. Like, do you have to go hard O like Negro?
Yeah.
League, is that how you?
Yep.
Negro.
I don't think Negro unless you're talking about a color, like a crayon.
What about Vinny Dell?
Vinny Dell?
Vinny Del Negro?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, how did that one fly by?
Yeah, Del Negro. Yeah.
What? Did you just call him Negro?
Negro. Negro.
Flirting. You're flirting.
Well, yeah.
So,
no,
yeah.
I've
What was the Hall of Fame you were at, or the museum you were at? Okay, one more time. I love.
I tried to listen to it as Negro.
Now this he should say, look at my reaction to this. The beard, right? Like going, this is the shocked look that I can't believe of what he just said. It took a second to process, but all right.
You would be thinking in the moment, like, there's no way he just said that.
Yes.
Like it came off so no big deal.
And clearly, I mean, I'm going to give the gentleman the benefit of the doubt that he did not intentionally throw the hard R out there in speaking to it, especially a baseball purist on some level. I would assume that he is.
What if obviously the Negro Leagues?
Yes,
Heard of? I have
of course.
T-shirts
Right
from Negro League teams of old. Maybe this is a thing some people
call it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And maybe he's grown up with his buddies and they've always
It's
called
just
it
a Freudian slip type of a thing.
and because this came out really easy, and I tried to listen to it. Like, is this a green dress, blue dress thing? Where
I don't
I
think
tried
so.
to listen to it as Negro League, and I
don't
it's
hear
not
it at
there.
all, yeah.
Did you try that? Did you test yourself?
No,
with that?
I just listened to it and no.
No, I know, but we've seen that before where it's like whichever word you think of, that's what you'll hear.
Yeah, no.
And you absolutely will hear those. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go into this thinking he said Negro League.
Right. Yep. No, not on any level.
Even if you do that
All right,
game.
everybody close your eyes and listen. Let's all give the man the shot and see
All
if we
right,
can
let's
get
see what we got
Negro
here.
League out of this.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant.
And
It gets worse.
It's worse when you look at his lips.
Oh, I didn't look at his lips.
Oh, look at his lips, because
It's not that I want to keep airing this. This is obviously terribly offensive to everybody.
well, right, it is. But I mean, yeah, because there's no O at the end here. That, all right, watch his face.
We had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
Oh, and the barbecue.
And he's like, ooh,
Right? What a
Braden
goofball.
is just a
It looks like
douche-looking dude,
fucking,
isn't
yeah,
he?
he looks like a leprechaun or something.
Yeah.
Like,
The hat sucks. I hate those hats.
Yep, exactly. There's nothing endearing
And that beard
about
blows,
anything
too.
going on there. Yeah, and his face, he's goofy looking.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so who's blown out harder, faster, and longer?
Well, I think the N-word gets you blow it out faster, unless you were just
But
like
if- but
total
if it's
Freudian
under-
slip. The
right.
fag one, there's no.
No, it's intentional, but I think
Intentional.
that's definitely got a little less sting to it than the N-word. But
Not to some
communities.
communities, it doesn't.
Well, sure.
I mean, they're going to
Pick your
fake like it
battles,
does.
But if this being, this is definitely a more offensive word, but this is unintentional. We believe.
I think black people that want to, like, this furthers that narrative of, like, most black dudes are gonna look and they go, goddamn right he did. You all do. And you know it. You're all guilty of it. Like, that's kind of the attitude. This idea that they're all horribly offended and like pearl clutching. No, I don't buy that.
Yeah.
I don't. But so I think while this is horrible,
Yeah.
it probably on some level must be some sort of Freudian slip.
Yes, it was just
Has to be
whatever.
where fag was intentional.
There was a glitch in the teleprompter, so you had I don't know what you can say there and he didn't really stumble over it, like
Not at all.
You know what I mean? Like a little hiccup somewhere in the middle that could be misconstrued. Like, I just came out.
Yeah.
So, but
And that is like, you could tell broadcasting classes have paid off. He really enunciated.
he did, yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
that was full-throated,
Yeah.
double GE hard R.
Right. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, red, yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had gone to the Negro
Yes.
Leagues Museum in Kansas City.
That's a good choice.
They said he used an epithet in place of the word Negro. I think we heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty clear.
Braden attempted to explain, because a lot of people are like, why didn't you punch him in the face?
Yeah, right?
Why didn't you
Just
pull out
get
your
up
gun and shoot
storm
him?
out of there?
Why is he still alive? Why didn't you put a bullet between his eyes? What's the matter with you, Braden? You think your corny fucking trend beard and your trendy hat
Yeah, you
could
fucking
get you out of
hipster.
not killing him on set? What's the matter with you? He said, several people have questioned my lack of response. I believe my silence has been misrepresented. Given the routine level of communication that occurs during a broadcast, I was not aware that anything was amiss. We have producers speaking in our ears about what is next. He didn't know there was any issue until Kuiper made an apology in the 6th inning. Johnny Dasco did play-by-play. He'll likely continue to do so until NBC Sports California determines whether Kuiper will return.
Oh, we're conducting an internal investigation.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, didn't we just basically have the investigation?
Yeah, I think,
like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to know intent there,
Yeah.
all right, dude, what are we doing here? Help me understand why you said that.
Yeah.
With the poop coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Poop mouth.
To me, it's like you're just dancing on a wire. If you're in any sort of company or corporate atmosphere,
Yeah.
it's over. It's over.
What was,
Because we've learned that even intent doesn't matter.
no. No, clearly not. Well,
So
again, intent has to matter on some level. Like,
Does it?
Yeah, like if that's just you're tongue tied and it comes out that way,
yeah,
as opposed to saying it or quoting it, or you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Intent has levels.
keep in mind, T. And this is hard.
There's a difference between I didn't
Anytime
mean to
bring-
say it and I didn't mean it that way. There's a difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Remember the guy that said niggardly?
Yes.
It's hard to even give that example.
Yep.
Because it's like, whew, feel like you're
Right,
dodging
exactly.
shit.
Make sure you get all the way through.
Niggardly
Yes.
is an actual word with a definition. And just because you're too ignorant to know that that's a word with a definition, they wanted to blow that fucking guy out.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, even though it has
What's
it's
the
a separate
definition?
word. Niggardly is, I'd say look it up, but you'll probably get flagged for even looking it up. You say it and then I'll know it. Why can't I remember now?
Well endowed.
No, no. Troy is very niggardly below the waist. That's terrible. No, that's not what it means. It does not mean.
I don't know. I was asking.
Niggardly, I think, means fashionably late.
Whoa. Okay.
I
Well,
think that's what it's called.
I think that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Hey, it's as good as your dumb definition.
That's correct. No,
well
I think that's-
endowed.
Exactly. I think it's good.
So, first off, Mr. Braden, dumb beard, maybe don't even say anything. You know, let this blow over. Some idiot will say something else stupid tomorrow, and they'll be on from the next guy. What?
Ungenerous or stingy.
Stingy. That's
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah. Ever worked in a restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Oh, fuck. All right. Oh, there goes the feed. Shit.
Oh no. Braden said the incident has impacted him greatly. Has it? He offered emotional. Here's where he's going to get in trouble. He offered emotional support
Oh,
to Kuiper.
for him. Yeah.
I want to express my support and encouragement to my broadcast partner, Glenn Kuiper, as he furthers his work and understanding the impact and hurt resulting from his unfortunate mistake.
Oh yeah. Team Kuiper.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
No one needs to sit down and have a lesson with someone at this level and go, do you understand why those are hurtful? Yeah, it was a slip. Obviously, he did not mean to drop an N-bomb, hard R, on a fucking NBC broadcast. That, on its face, is absurd.
Yeah.
Absurd.
Clearly.
So this idea, he needs to understand the impact and hurt resulting from his blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Mike Krukow, a broadcast partner of Glenn Kuiper's brother, Dwayne with the Giants, said he stood in support of Glenn based on his 40-year relationship
What
with
was
the
his
family.
name? Clue, Cluck, what?
Glenn Krukow. 2 Ks in there. That's it. Just
What's
2
his
Ks
middle
in
name?
his name. Kevin. His relationship with the family, while not excusing the comment, Glenn Kuiper horribly misspoke. And because of that, there were a lot of people that were hurt. Show me those people, please.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're talking about
Just
white.
triggered. It just comes across the TV. Oh, did you hear that?
Show me all the white women. You know, those are the only ones that are actually going to be triggered by something like this. Collapse into a heap. You know,
You think he even knew he said it at the time, or is that?
I
one
don't
of
think
those
so.
where- I mean, because you'd think there would be like just a split blink, like fuck, did that just come out of my mouth? You know,
Yeah.
just a stammer.
Let's look at his face and see, because I wish they would let this go a little longer.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. No, he doesn't react at all. That's why I think that was just completely, now why that came out, that's where the investigation's probably going to go.
Could he, what if he had said,
But he doesn't react at all.
No.
Doesn't even, it's not phased. And again, it only goes for a second.
and
But
Negro League, if he had said Negro League,
yep.
like you would go, okay, yeah, it's Negro League. Don't,
Yeah. Well,
don't-
that's
don't
pronunciation.
split the difference.
That's.
You
right.
think that's all that is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. But if someone, would Negro League be offensive?
Oh, I was thinking Negro or whatever.
Yeah, that would, Negro would be like,
Negro. Yeah. And that's a fine line between Negro and Negro, I guess.
my Negro.
Right.
You know, like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that bad? It's kind of splitting the difference.
Yeah, I don't think you can say that period at all. I don't even think you can say
Which one?
my Negro.
My Negro?
Yeah.
What if it was like I was playing basketball and my Negro so much it's like fucking twice the normal size? Because that's what happens. My
Yeah.
Negro, big time.
Big time.
Like when I go on a hike, hilarious. Or play hoops, especially. My Negro, like, my Negro, see? It's not so easy.
No, it's not.
My Negro to
Yeah.
like twice the size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we should move on.
I didn't drop it hard R or anything.
No, it was starting to fade though. It was,
What, a
it
little
was
bit.
leaning.
A little bit. There were a ton of people that were disappointed. Referring to a forgiveness plea from Bob Kendrick, he's the president of the Negro Leagues Museum, as well as Dave Stewart, former A's star pitcher. Dave was great.
Yeah.
Who worked with Kuiper. Krukow said, I wonder if it's even appropriate for me, a white guy, to forgive another white guy for misspeaking in such a racially insensitive way. No, you can't be the one to forgive him.
No, that's
You know what I mean? Like publicly?
yeah.
Like, do you really need to forgive him anyways? Really?
So hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. In my extensive research here, This is from an article. It says,
Oh, boy.
amid new Glenn Kuiper N-word controversy, old video surfaces allegedly showing him saying racist slur.
Oh, boy. Okay. What did he say here?
What'd you say in 2020 here, Kuiper?
Let's go.
Let's see this one.
Oh, boy.
Wide centennial celebration of the founding of the Negro Leagues. How about that? That's great. Some of the teams.
Okay, so that's...
So he said
that's-
Negro.
That's that he goes Negro League there. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see it again.
League-wide centennial celebration of the founding of the Negro Leagues. How about that? That's great. Some of the teams actually are wearing Negro League uniforms.
Oh, shit. Oh, we spoke a bit too soon.
Wow. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, that's why we get the whole video.
Yeah.
All right, one
Holy
more time,
shit,
shall
who
we?
dug this up?
League-wide centennial celebration of the founding of the Negro Leagues. How about that? That's great. Some of the teams actually are wearing Negro League uniforms. Nice gesture by the Giants. They have 6 cutouts of Negro League legends in the dugout and also just past the dugout where some of the other players are sitting.
Yeah. When they got him in the front row?
Yeah. He's not at the back of the bus. Yeah,
that's not gonna fucking bode well.
I have a feeling him and his buddies have called it that for a long time.
Right?
Like in friendly company.
That's what my grandpappy called it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how else you'd
Okay.
look at that one. That's
Yeah.
rough, man.
Okay, you still think he's gonna be better off than old Bob Thuggins? With a
Maybe
second-
not. That's a double whammy.
I'm seeing
there.
a pattern here.
Yeah, that's a
well
bit
now
rough.
now they both said it twice.
Yeah. But
His are at least Bob's were like back to back. This is 2 separate instances.
yeah, a couple years apart. Did he apologize for that one?
I don't know.
Did it say like, oh yeah, he's
I don't
because if
know.
he was like, yeah, this is a horribly offensive thing I said.
No, I don't know. Let's see.
One-time Mississippi news anchor appears to no longer be employed.
Oh, that
said,
one's. Oh, that's the chick.
shizzle my nizzle?
That was. You didn't see that one. This one really pisses me off.
I love the he was out there dancing the jigaboo one. That one's
Oh
great.
no!
And
This
the black
this,
host
this
looks
one
at the
is
camera.
this one's awful to me. This chick on the news talking about yeah, like they're talking about Snoop. Do it, but she says for shizzle my nizzle.
Yeah.
Right. Which is
Which
a line.
means for
Yeah.
sure my
Right.
word.
Again, so it's a term for it, but so's
Right.
so's
It's
Negro.
It's a pop
I mean,
culture reference. Let's
technically-
be honest.
It
Snoop
right. She
made it
didn't
a
say-
pop culture reference.
She says it like, I mean, yeah, but she gets blown out for this. Listen.
Come up with.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Before we know it, she'd have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
I'm telling you. Julie, what do you think about that?
Is that a black guy sitting there? He does not look happy. He did not look happy. But by the way,
Hold
him
on.
on the
This
left
is-
was trying to do a little mock black voice.
A little bit. Well, yeah.
Where he's like, yeah, he tried to get kind of
Right.
swaggy in there.
But they say like the stars that like this chick like listens to rap and like she's like that's her kind of her jam. That's why he's like, you know, you'd
she
hang
does
out.
not look like a rap fan.
I listen. I don't know for sure, but like that was listen.
Come up
She
with.
leans
I think
into
that'd be
it.
pretty cool.
Before we know it, she'd have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
I'm telling
Right,
you.
she's
Julie,
like,
what
yeah, I
do you think
would.
about that?
that guy's like,
Look at the dude. Look at the
That'd be
dude
pretty
on the
cool.
right.
Before we know it, she'd have a Snoop Dogg tattoo on her shoulder.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
I'm telling
Look at
you.
he goes all
Julie,
straight
what do you
face
think
right
about
there.
that?
He
hell
goes.
yeah, he does.
She just.
Like,
He goes. Did she just say? But again, like that's
this is another gotcha moment.
I know.
Like, that's not what you know what she,
Exactly.
You know when someone's being an absolute racist versus.
yes,
you know,
absolutely.
This is,
And
we
intent-
gotcha.
Yeah,
We
and I
got you
mean,
on a technicality.
Yeah, who is offended by that?
No one.
Right. It's that. And
She looks like-
she got blown out for it.
Well, she looks like Paula Dean.
I understand
that. Doesn't help
That
her
does not
cause.
help her cause. It's the first thing I thought about when I saw that
Yeah.
too. Was Paula Dean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she really looks like Paula Dean,
Yeah.
who had run out of wedding ideas and started doing plantation weddings. Wasn't that her thing?
Something
I
like
think
that.
she dropped an N-bomb
She did
somewhere in
drop
there
some
too.
N-bomb. Oh, yeah.
But she was having like plantation weddings. So it was like, yeah, when you're coming up with like theme parties. And that was her excuse. It was like, we've done everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so that
you
doesn't
went back
mean-
to slavery.
yeah. We don't have to go back to the very
Yeah.
beginning.
Right.
You know, like
We're gonna have a roots party, everybody.
we've got some great black actors. They're going to be chained up. You can whip them. No, No. Welcome to Paula Dean's Kunta Kinte party. Like, no, that's not a.
Right.
Yeah. I got to think old Glenn's not going to make it back.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Anyway.
Yeah, that second one is damning.
Yeah. Because at first he says Negro League.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh, well, yeah, that doesn't sound
Yeah,
great.
he got two of the three. The first one's pretty clean.
Yeah.
It's Negro League. And then the second one's clearly out.
Oh, yeah.
The third one's
What was he talking about? Their uniforms?
Yeah, that they're even wearing the Negro League uniforms.
Yeah, except he didn't say that
Well,
at
I
all.
know, but I was what he was referring to.
Yeah. So he's either dancing on the edge and like, bro, you can only
Playing that
dance
game, right.
so long next to the fire before you're going to burn a toe.
Yeah.
You know, you are.
Did you ever play Yebich?
Yebich?
Yeah. Fucking when you go to like a restaurant or whatever. How many times you can say Yebich to the fucking waitress before she catches on?
No.
You know?
So
Yebich, can I get a...
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Yebich.
Yebich. That's a great game.
Yeah. How's it going? Yebich, can I get...
Love it.
See how many times you can sneak them in there. It's like the...
Sneak him in there. Or sneak
Sneak them.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not
We
good.
got to get off this topic. We're going to find ourselves in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean,
No butts, meow.
how many have you ever gotten caught with that? Has you ever had
Oh, yeah, because you got to go until you get caught, basically.
Yeah, bitch. And has someone said something to you like,
Yeah.
are you calling me yeah, bitch?
Yeah, say bitch.
You're like, yeah,
No.
bitch.
No.
No, bitch. No, bitch. Mm-hmm. Well.
What you got there?
Punt God is back.
Oh, yeah. Trevor? No. Matt Areza. Trevor Areza was a basketball player. Matt Areza is...
Matt Arasia. Punt God.
Yeah. We were all over this because that was our
I
guy.
believe we were.
Yeah. I was on his fucking train long before the draft, before any of this came out.
Yeah.
Like
We both were.
early on his senior year there.
And if the Lions didn't have their own version of the punt God, I'd be all about going and getting this guy.
Yeah.
This,
Well, you can get him for a song now because he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. Or
yeah, how does that work?
Unsigned free agent. Or
So
undrafted free agent, excuse me.
he was drafted though, so he just goes back into the regular pool. He can
Yeah.
sign anywhere now.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think so.
Because he was signed in the fifth round
Something like
by
that.
the Bills, which would have been a perfect spot for him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This great team, hardly punts anyways.
Yep.
And they blew him out, pussies. Well, you and I, monsters that we are,
Of course.
were like, there is something known as due process.
You would
okay?
think. You would like to
That's-
hope so.
Yeah. And it's like we are so comfortable as a nation right now just throwing due process out the window.
Yep. Because if I remember correctly, this was at least allegedly investigated, right? It was reported. It was investigated. There was the
There weren't charges.
They chose not to press charges because
Right.
of A, B, or C. Whether it was no evidence, whether it was because he was a
and they
great
didn't give us a
football
ton
player.
about that. They didn't go, here's why at the time. At the time, they didn't say, here's why we've decided not to
Well, and they generally don't.
press charges. Right.
Yeah, right.
It should be good enough that they've decided not to. But the problem with that is it immediately lends to, he's white, so he's getting special treatment. And he's an athlete who's getting drafted in the NFL, so he's getting special treatment. People are going to make money off him, blah, blah, blah. Sports figures are treated differently, and he's white, So it left that door open to just be like, yep, that's what it is. No one cares. He can literally do anything he wants. I mean, he is white and athletic, which is just stupid and silly. But it left that open. Well, now there's been a 200-page document drop
What do you call
about
that?
him.
Dossier?
Yeah, I guess. So how this came about is you had this 17-year-old girl claiming I was underage. I think she said she blew him like at the back of the house by the garage. And then he immediately took her upstairs where three of his really big and burly teammates just put a pounding on this chick.
Had their way with her.
I think they fucked her in the ass, vagine, mouth, all of that. And if you remember, one of the most grotesque parts about that is if that wasn't bad enough,
The belly button ring ripped out.
ripped multiple piercings out.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. So there's blood, and she's fucking hammered, and she's underage, and these entitled, spoiled athletes, the whole town and community looked the other way. Horrible story on its face.
Yeah.
Well, now it's coming out that maybe that was bullshit.
Okay. Well, yeah.
San Diego police had spent nearly 10 months on the case before forwarding it to the DA without a recommendation for prosecution. The Bills knew about the incident, investigated, decided to employ him anyways. The graphic allegations created a public frenzy.
Yeah.
It included a claim.
Because was this then a civil or something?
It is.
That's what
It still
brought
is.
it back up.
It still is
because
civil.
they didn't do it criminally, but then she was doing civil charges,
Which is why we know about it.
exactly
Yeah.
right, because there were no charges in the criminal, and then they were reopening the investigation. I think
Because
it.
of the outcry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
So,
is
we're going to look more
hilarious.
Into this, right?
Like, oh, did you
Not
forget
look into it the first time?
10-month investigation you did?
Yeah.
You just decided, oops, and now we need to relook at
it
it.
could have been a different governing body. I'm not sure who was reopening the case.
Who knows who ran for office on, I will prosecute Matt Erasia to the full extent of the law. You know, who knows? The story then was, this is at a home near the San Diego State University campus. Like a lot of older guys are going to get an apartment or whatever. They're not in the dorms anymore. So he took her up to the bedroom where at least 3 guys were waiting for her. Once inside, he threw the girl onto the bed face first. The girl went in and out of consciousness while suffering through the horrific gang rape. This is starting to sound like the University of Virginia Rolling Stone article all over again.
Yep.
Like the details. Thrown face down while these 3 men are just lying in wait.
Yep.
You know, wounded gazelle. And here they are on the Serengeti, these 3 alpha lions. It lasted an
Duke
hour and a
Lacrosse.
half. Yeah, little Duke Lacrosse.
Yeah.
Yep. Lasted an hour and a half. These guys just plugging every hole they could.
Sure.
For an hour and a half. Before she stumbled out of the room, bloody and crying, in part because multiple piercings had ripped through the skin during the attack. We just think it's the best move for everyone to move on from Matt and let him take care of this situation, Buffalo's pussy general manager Brandon Beane said. Ariza remains out of football despite prosecutors announcing in December of 22.
Is there a relation to Billy Bean?
Maybe. It's
Curious.
an N-E.
Yeah.
It's a bean with an E.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how many times he's been flicked. Don't even ask.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably. Bill likes cock though.
Does he?
Yeah, Bill Bean does.
Okay.
I don't know about Brandon Bean. Wouldn't surprise me though. You know, how many beans can there be with an E?
Probably more than 2, but
In,
we'll see.
in sports though, in like high
Different sports.
Yeah, true. The prosecutors announced they conducted their own 124-day investigation, said that they wouldn't press criminal charges. However, few details were included in the initial statement. Fuller picture of what police and prosecutors found, however, is now available via a 200-plus page transcript of a 100-minute meeting obtained by Yahoo Sports, where a DA offered a detailed explanation to the girl and her attorneys.
Okay.
Perhaps most notably, the district attorney's office concluded that Riza couldn't have led the girl into the alleged gang rape. Couldn't do it.
Couldn't have possibly
How
done
did
it.
they
huh?
figure that out? Well, because he wasn't at the party anymore. He'd left at 12:30.
Okay.
And since they filmed a lot of this, they have actual timestamps on their iPhone.
Yep. Right.
What time the filming went on. So he was gone an hour before the alleged gang rape took place.
Okay.
He wasn't even at the party anymore. All I know is at that point, suspect Erasia is gone from the party
Now, why wouldn't that have just been clear as day
right away.
right away?
Why wouldn't that have been told
And-
to at least the Bills? Wouldn't you if you were Matt go, hold on,
And
GM
did he,
Bean.
Wait, he fucked her, right? Didn't
He
he?
did.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it was the blowy behind the garage or whatever. Because then he go get your chlamydia checked or whatever he gave her.
Oh, that's right.
On the call with the cops.
Yeah.
And they called and tried to set him up.
Fake caller. Don't call me. Leave me alone. I don't know you.
Yeah, this is Matt Areza, or something like that.
Get your clit checked for poison.
Once he caught on.
I don't doubt he was fucking everything he could.
Oh, but why? I mean, it's college, and you're a stud. I mean, I'm not going to knock a guy for that.
If a girl is behaving like a whore, are you allowed to say that anymore? Like,
sure. I mean, don't slut shame or anything. We'd like to encourage that type of behavior, but yeah,
I love to encourage that type of behavior. There's nothing like a good whore. I mean, you ever been to a party and you just look at a chick? You just look at a chick, and 5 minutes later, you're yeah. Ever tell you about the party I was at when the chick was there with a date? And we're down in the basement. I'm there with Tooch and Bobby, and we're all looking at this chick sitting there. She's fucking cute. She's hot, And she's staring at us and this and that. We don't know her, and we're all talking. And we would get into a competition immediately about who's gonna make a move on who. This chick walks over and she goes, "Are you gonna be here for a little while?" I go, "Yeah, we just got here." She's like, "Don't leave. I'll be back soon." She went and took her date home.
Okay.
Dropped him off, came back.
Had a girl.
Yeah.
Well done.
Full-on gamer. Like,
right on.
Crazy. That happened.
Perfect.
It was awesome. I would never shame her for that.
No, God bless.
Absolute. And ask Tooch about it. Him and Bobby were not happy.
Ah, right.
You fucking, I was like,
piece of shit.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyway, I'm not proud of that.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I'm not. I was telling you the story because it happened, but I'm not proud
I
of
can
it
see
at all.
the fucking glow radiating off you right now.
Had a good old days. back when I had a chance with anything.
Fucking jeans got a little tight right there. You went all fucking Dreamweaver for a minute, thinking about that.
Yeah. Oh, there was a day when I could pull box. Remember that when I could pull box? So this transcript, blah, blah, blah. Perhaps, let's see. He wasn't there. Additionally, prosecutors, sorry, I'm trying to pick up where I left off. He wasn't at the party anymore. That's all I know is that at that point, suspect Arasia is gone from the party. Additionally, prosecutors told the girl that video recordings of the incident made it impossible to determine, let alone prosecute anyone on whether there was a gang rape at all that night, rather than consensual sex with the other men. And this is where the whore comes out. In looking at the videos on the sex tape, I absolutely cannot prove any forcible sexual assault based upon what happened. The accuser's attorney, Dan Gillian, said his client won't be bullied into dropping this civil lawsuit. It's not going to happen. He loves being interviewed, loves being on TV.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. This is
his
prime
name's
time
on
for him.
there.
Yeah. Oh, Dan Gillian, brother counsel. He's really proud of his gig. So we're going to go to trial. We'll force Arasia to talk. You do that, Dan. Prosecutors have looked at it twice now over months and months and months and have said, yeah, no, it would be
right. The videos her just fucking taking all three fucking cocks and backing up into it.
I know what
fucking,
it sounds like. She's
right?
bucking back for sure.
Hell yeah, she's fucking
This idea
into it.
she's in and out of consciousness. They're just ripping body piercings off her.
Not quite.
Not quite. We're going to force Arasia to talk. Good. He can tell you all about the fucking sweet blowjob he got behind the fucking garage. The dual investigations by police and prosecutors included over 35 witnesses, including a lot of her friends that came to the party as well. The results of a sexual assault team exam conducted the following day, and 10 search warrants that produced 4 terabytes of information, including numerous short videos of some of the alleged encounters. So these guys couldn't wait to get their phone out and start videoing this shit.
Sure.
They led authorities to come to vastly different conclusions than what was alleged in the civil lawsuit.
Okay.
I mean, vastly. Here we go. Arasia, his life's been paralyzed since being named in the civil lawsuit. I'm sorry. I hope bitches like this get prosecuted in the end.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't know what else to say. You took a guy's life and completely froze it out, and God knows, unless these guys had come
because
out with
of
this
shame
stuff,
or buyer's remorse or whatever, you know what I mean? Guilt,
well,
whatever it was.
Your
Not,
mental illness.
yeah,
for all
it
we
wasn't
know.
even I don't get it.
So he hopes that NFL teams, this information will be enough for them to take a second look at him, despite the civil suit still being active. He and 2 other players named in the suit vehemently deny any gang rape. Knowledge that the girl was below California's age of consent, or whether she was intoxicated even. Any sexual contact, Arasia said, was consensual. For Arasia, the most powerful exculpatory evidence came from a number of short videos of the encounter between the girl and 2 of the 3 men in the bedroom. Timestamps show it occurred about 1:30 in the morning. The problem for her is Matt was gone by 12:30.
And how do we verify that for sure?
I don't know where his phone is pinged or what, but they feel pretty confident.
Yep.
He was away out of this party and on his way home at 12:30. So this shit is going on at 1:30. This is not the guy that brought you up here to be gang raped.
He wasn't smart enough to be like, here, take my phone home while we go do some crime.
The girl and some other high school friends became aware a party was being thrown at the house a few blocks away from the San Diego State campus. The group let themselves in through a back gate. Witnesses, including 2 of the girl's own friends, said that she didn't appear to be drunk at the time. Other witnesses said the girl was telling people she was 18. Now, that I understand, like the odds that someone is going to be like, pull out your ID and let me see, like, come on, just be real. Yeah. If you've got someone borderline when you're talking, is she a freshman in college, senior in high school? There were plenty of girls we went to high school with that easily could have passed for 20. You know what I mean? Like, the
There
idea
was girls in
that
college that looked like they were 16.
sure.
Yeah.
The idea that you're going to be at a college party, right? You're a senior, maybe you're 20, 21 years old, and a girl who, is young and hot, like half the goddamn student body, is going to
It's like being in a bar.
18.
You're going to assume they're 21.
Yeah,
Someone's
done their due
You're going to be.
diligence.
You're on a college campus. You're
Right.
going to assume that they're 18.
I'm not saying it's smart or,
No,
but come on.
I've never carded anybody in my life.
Me either. I mean, that's just the reality. Now, if you were fucking a 12-year-old and you tried to go, oh, I don't know, she said she was 20, like,
Right.
that's not going to fly.
Did you card her? I tried. She didn't have a driver's license.
Yeah, she's not old enough for a driver's license, asshole. What do you mean? There was additional evidence cited by one of the prosecutors from a recording during the party the night before at a different residence. She's on video there saying she's 18.
Okay.
In the video. So this is her thing. She's going to these parties and telling everyone there she's 18.
Why do you think she's saying she's 18?
Legal
So
age.
she can drink?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
It's the legal age for dick.
So her
Yeah.
parents are probably in the room. Exactly. Her parents are probably in the room. Her creepy lawyer, Dan Gillian or whatever. So the civil lawsuit alleged that soon after the girl's arrival at the party, she was separated from her friends, and Arasia led her over to the side of the side yard of the house where he told her to suck his dick, basically.
Get
To blow
on it.
Arasia has maintained he never led her into a private area of the backyard. She came back there while he was taking a piss behind the house.
Hey, leave that out.
Yeah.
Right? You wanna
That
take it straight from the spigot.
sounds way more believable. You're back there taking a piss, and she comes back there and offers to suck your dick. Very few guys are going to be like, no, we'll have none of that. You just got here. For Christ's sakes, how old are you anyways?
Exactly. Right?
Not
In the dark side of the house. Let
Yeah.
me see those face. Let me see that.
Yeah.
Are you 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
testimony, again, including the girl's friends, played a role in prosecutors declining to press charges. The witnesses say that shortly after you arrived at the party, so this is the prosecutor explaining to the girl and her team why we're not doing this. So the witnesses say shortly after you arrived at the party, you left and came back shortly thereafter. And you told a friend, I just had sex. You didn't appear unhappy. You appeared to be having fun, and that the encounter on the side of the house with Matt was consensual. He also explained to the girl that additional witness testimony alleged that at this period of time, you were approaching men at the party saying, I want you to fuck me, and if you don't fuck me, you're a... And it says expletive.
A Bob Huggins quote?
Yeah, right? A pussy or a
yeah.
faggot or
Right.
an asshole, a dick. So I want you to fuck me. And if you don't fuck me, you're a, what do you want to go with? Whatever you want. Faggot, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be what it is.
Yeah, or pussy. One of the two, I guess.
Could be pussy, but
Yeah.
I think it's probably,
I
she
think
dropped
so.
an F-bomb
I think she did, yeah.
Yeah. So she's walking up to guys. So other witnesses are going, yeah, she was just walking up to random football players and guys.
So they had to prove their masculinity, their heterosexuality, right? Did she just call me out? If I don't do this, then I'm gay?
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Let's go. Going down like that.
I'll go pass that straight test right now, bitch.
Hell yeah, bitch. Let's go.
Face down, ass up.
While the civil lawsuit claimed that right after the Eurasia encounter, the football player led her into the bedroom in the house, the timeline established by authorities was much different. Prosecutors said that shortly after being with Eurasia, witnesses said the girl again left her group and came back to report, I had sex with a different guy.
Okay.
Prosecutors suggested that was consensual. So now, again, in the meeting with probably her parents' lawyer and her.
Sure.
You would
Dad's just going, you fucking
Oh,
whore.
you fucking whore. Why have you dragged us all through this? You fucking put his life and career on hold.
And he was probably like, listen, before we go, promise me
Yeah.
that you're fucking, that this is real, that this is all right. I'll
Please,
go
honey.
to the fucking wall for you.
Yeah.
But promise me that you're on the right side of this thing.
He was going
Yeah,
to.
of course, Daddy. I would never. I'm
Yeah.
still a virgin.
Yeah.
I'm your good little girl.
He was probably
Fucking
going to bed
whore.
praying to God, dear Lord, please, please let her have been raped. Please do not tell me my daughter's just an absolute whore
Yeah.
out destroying lives. Please. So that he continues, you had returned and then came back and said you had sex with a guy. This would have been the second person that would have been in the progression of the evening. Again, you're described as being okay, not scared, not distraught, seemed happy, seemed consensual. Again, you're not intoxicated at this point.
What was the timeline on this one? Do they have it?
This is after the second one, so
Well, I know.
Erasia's gone there, probably 1:30 in the morning.
Well, but we don't know when she blew Erasia or fucked him outside.
Well,
That could've-
well, it had to be before he left.
That's what I'm saying,
12:30.
but it
Once he
could've been-
busted his nut, he was gone.
No, well, maybe, but that could have been 9 o'clock when he fucking nailed her outside.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? That
True.
doesn't mean that was it. He left at 12 o'clock. She was up there getting the fucking train run on her at 1:30.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that. I mean, they could have been number 6, 7, and 8 for the night for all
Yeah.
we know.
Sounds like it's possible. Again, you're not intoxicated at this point, that anybody would know your intoxication level to the point that they would not be able to tell that you weren't able to give consent. This encounter occurred at 12:55.
And what if she did? What if she had just been fucking? She fucked everybody at the party.
Yeah.
And been progressively getting drunker and drunker. And at the end, you were the next in line, but she's kind of in and out. But she's
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 gone
down.
through 12
she's
dudes
She's
already.
been begging it. She told you if you didn't, you were a fag.
She called me a homo if I
Right.
didn't do it.
So
Yeah. So
gray area.
So this encounter occurred at 12:55, about a half hour after Matt had left the house. Parts of this encounter were filmed on a cell phone. Prosecutors said the footage from the cell phone did not suggest any forced behavior
When was the last time you were exonerated?
by fucking video. Remember how much we talked about the video?
Yes.
We were like, you morons, you filmed it?
And it's your fucking.
It's their get out of jail card.
Isn't that amazing?
It's awesome.
Oh, that is
Amazing.
fantastic. Who knew?
There's nothing in the videos that sound like you're saying stop or this hurts or anything like that. The prosecutors offered to show the girl and her lawyers all of the videos that they had gotten from the cell phone. The girl watched one before deciding that was enough.
Okay.
I don't need to see any more
Right?
of this.
Yeah.
So, get this. None of the lawyers in the civil case or Matt Erasia himself have seen the videos because they involve sex with an underage girl. Erasia's legal team is trying desperately to acquire the videos through a court order as just a way to defend himself.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They're all standing up at the bench. May we approach the bench, Your Honor? They're all just rock fucking hard, demanding to see this video of a maybe 17, maybe 18-year-old smoke show at a college party,
Right.
who's fucking everything that moves. Erasia himself. Okay, so yeah, blah blah blah. Anyways, that's the story there. So it doesn't mean Matt Erasia wasn't irresponsible in fucking an underage girl. You can get all. He should have known. I know everybody would do the right thing always.
Of course.
Right. You would all card everybody. You wouldn't just assume being in a bar that someone's of legal age or being at a college party that this girl is of age, like the rest of these probably mostly underage kids that are drinking, like has gone on at college campuses for
Exactly.
literally
Yeah.
all of history.
You're basically, you graduate once you're legal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
18, 19, 20, your fucking first 3 years there.
And how incredible, to your point, T, They filmed this, and it basically exonerated them.
And that is
Like,
spectacular.
had this just been "woe is me," little innocent underage girl's word,
Yep. What
versus
we thought
these,
was going to be their downfall.
these jockheads, they would have been fun. Guys, if you're not out there filming every encounter you have, you're insane.
You better protect yourself,
You're
man.
insane.
That's what you
I
gotta
mean,
do.
it's just the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Don't ask her. Don't tell her.
Now, is there?
Don't do that, by the
there
way.
are-
I don't think you can do that.
Now, I was just going to ask if there's a charge for like filming without her consent.
Probably, especially if she's
Along those lines.
underage.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
watch they end up getting fucking some bullshit back ass charge like that.
I think even a prosecutor go, you know what? I think we've done enough damage,
let's
sweetheart.
Just,
yeah.
let's
You've
just
gotten multiple people
stand
kicked
down
off.
on that one for sure.
Yeah. How
You
about
should
we
read
just
a text.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
do
you
have to
should.
read a text. God damn it. Let's see. All righty. The weather appears to have flipped. I would agree with that.
I agree.
So it's time for Zott Ford's summer savings event. The warm weather brings hot deals and superior savings, making now the best time to take advantage of the deep discounts on the remaining 22 inventory. Plus, Zott Ford has 0% financing on tons of this inventory, including Ford Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition, and F-150s. How about this? Zott Ford is also bringing back their much-loved sign and drive lease. Yes, the sign and drive is back. For example, lease a new 23 Ford Explorer below $450 a month, sign and drive. Or lease a new 23 Ford Bronco Sport below $480 a month, also sign and drive. Finally, lease a new 23 Ford F-150 below $490 a month. And you guessed it, sign and drive. Last but not least, our friends at Zott Ford may not have the grammatical wisdom as our boy T-Roy, but they do have the military trifecta, which means if you're active military veteran or first responder, you will save an additional $1,000, period. So go check out all the details, plus Zott's summer savings and incredible inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Excellent.
Yeah.
There's no way I was going to be able to read that off my phone. I can barely read it off the paper when it's this
Really?
big.
Can't you make the letters all huge and
Yeah,
stuff?
and then I got to like scroll
Yeah.
side to side. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that does suck. There was one other,
What else you got?
well, I wanted to find this first off because I had a story in here I wanted to do.
All right, well, this start of the show is going to be brought to you by The Party Pub. All right. If you want to impress everyone at your grad party, wedding reception, poker night, MMA viewing party, or for any other reason, then you need to contact The Party Pub. It's a massive inflatable pub that can be set up wherever you choose. They also have all the best party games, beanbag toss, badminton, giant inflatable screens, axe
Minton.
throwing. Didn't I say it that time? I tried to accentuate it.
Usually you do.
I think it's my allergies. I'm a little stuffy today. Sorry
Yeah,
for that.
that happens.
And much, much more. Call Jeff El Jefe at 586-524-6701 or visit thepartypubrentals.com and take your event to the next level. 'Tis the season for my allergies, so
Yeah.
heads up, kids. Sorry.
Mine too. I saw everything blooming yesterday. I love it.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty. It's
that
perfect.
white tree that
Oh,
blossoms all white and the pink one. Fucking, it's great. And it just means that, okay,
Yep.
we've taken the turn. We're getting there for summer. My AI, a chatbot created by Snapchat. So there's a lot of these that are coming out. Whether it's Chat GPT, number 4 are they on? I believe. Whatever these things are, artificial intelligence tools. Daily Wire recently asked ChatGPT, an AI language processing system that has possibly become the fastest growing internet product in history, a few questions about radical gender theories similar to those in which Matt Walsh posed the question, what is a woman? The AI tool developed by Snapchat, an instant messaging platform targeted towards young users, meanwhile offered considerably stronger endorsements of transgenderism and pointed towards organizations which contend that minors should be able to receive hormone treatments and the like. So, Daily Wire says, what is a woman?
So that's completely unbiased based on all the information available in the world, correct? That's not
Right.
not programmed or anything in any way?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, this is just
Of course,
reality
that's just-
playing out in real time.
Yeah, so obviously.
What is a woman? That's a pretty broad question. Can you be more specific? What is the definition of the term woman? Woman's adult female human, which is true.
Yeah.
That's what it's been
I mean,
for.
you would think you would be able to just go to the Webster's dictionary definition of the word woman.
Right.
Which is what it was asking for.
Yeah.
So anything beyond that
Yeah.
makes you wonder.
The description of a woman as an adult female, human female, is the same definition human civilizations have affirmed since the dawn of time. Same definition Walsh cites as he challenges gender ideology proponents on their core assertions. My AI appears to hold the same view at first glance, but additional questioning indicated otherwise. Can a man become a woman? Type that in. Well, yeah, a man can become a woman through gender transition, which may involve hormone therapy, surgery, other medical procedures. Can a biological man become a biological woman? Through gender transition, a person assigned male at birth can undergo hormone treatment and surgery to alter their physical appearance to match those of a female. Should trans females compete in women's sports? Trans females should be allowed to compete in women's sports as long as they have been on hormone therapy for a certain amount of time. Oh, boy, that doesn't seem like you've gathered all the world's information.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Just asking simple.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, there's not a ton of historical data on this, so
Right.
still pretty new even for chat. What's this dick one?
My AI.
My AI. Yeah.
I think I might be transgender. What should I do? Well, if you're questioning your gender identity, it's important to talk to someone you trust about your feelings. You could consider speaking with a therapist or a counselor who has experience working with trans individuals. They can help you explore your gender identity, give you guidance and support. It probably pulls up 100 links, like here's where to go to get the best drugs. Here's how you get your dick cut off.
Yep. Here's how to sign up.
Yeah, here's how they churn butter to make a vagine for you, you know. Do you have any resources that could help me determine whether I'm trans? Oh, yeah, the Human Rights Campaign, LGBTQ plus youth, the Trevor Project. He lists a bunch of shit to get you help. I thought this was interesting because I got a text from the wonderful and lovely, also talented Amy Zempel
Okay.
over the weekend. So she'll send me texts from time to time.
MAGA Barbie.
MAGA
will.
Barbie. She says, so Snapchat came out with an AI bot. Perfect timing. I decided to have a little convo with it this morning. Thought you'd find it interesting.
Okay. Here we go.
So this is Amy Zempel's conversation with the same bot.
The same. Yep. Exactly.
Me, I'm proud to be white.
Okay.
I don't think it's productive to make blanket statements about entire races. Let's focus on our individual qualities and actions instead. Like, how was your day? She's like, okay, I'm proud to be black. Oh, I'm glad to hear you have pride in your background. What's something you love about your culture?
No fucking way.
Swear to God. And then she comes back, I'm proud to be Asian. Well, that's great. What's something you love about your culture? Again, I'm proud to be white. I don't think it's productive to make blanket statements about entire races. Let's focus on individual qualities and actions instead.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you think it's just a...
Yeah, might have to look into this Snapchat, my AI.
Yeah.
Have a little fun with it.
right?
Why not?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's do a little research of our own, shall we?
I don't know. I don't even know if I have Snapchat anymore.
Well, I think it's a click of a button and you can get it.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
It's got the little ghost guy, right? Doing that, like winky face, tongue out.
Sure. Yeah.
I think that's Snapchat.
I think it is, yeah.
I know I did have it at one point.
I had all that stuff at one point just to try and keep an eye on the kids, but they fucking were
Yeah,
way smarter
it's a
than me.
ghost one.
Here you go.
So find your friends. I haven't done all that yet, but
Yeah, we don't do it now.
not right this second. No. Interesting though.
Yeah, indeed. That is that's a funny little interaction there.
It's so
Telling?
it'd be funny if it wasn't so insulting. It's like you're not even trying anymore.
Yeah.
Like really, people accuse you of putting your hand on the scales to get some whatever social bullshit you're trying to pull in society. People are watching it and they're onto you. And in that you're not even trying. Like that's fucking awful.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, I'm proud to be black. Awesome. That's amazing. Tell me all about your culture. I'm proud to be white. Fuck you, racist. Like, what? What?
Like, damn it, we never thought somebody would outsmart us like
Yeah,
that.
God, they really nailed us. Like, it's just, it's so bad, man. It's so bad.
Oh, that fucking AI is so smart, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Clay Travis did a free beer experiment.
Okay.
Let me guess.
Well, Bud Light action, perhaps?
How would you? God, has the Bud Light thing run its course?
Well,
Do you think it's going to stay like this? Because this is not seeming to go away.
no. I mean, it's still in its infancy, and it's only been a couple of weeks. It's not like we're.
It's been more like a couple months, dude. And it's
Has it been that long?
I think so. I think it was before my surgery.
No.
I think so.
No way. No.
The original, let's see, we could probably find
Somewhere. Yep.
out. Oh, no, it was April 1st.
Okay. Well, so yeah, a month, just over a month.
So April 1st was the campaign where Dylan
That's right, because they thought it
Mulvaney
was
came
April
out.
Fool's Day. Yeah.
Exactly.
So 5 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. But it doesn't, it seems like these things, even the biggest, like, oh my God, this is horrible. And we all have to debate it on every news channel and every article that's written.
Yeah.
But things move on really quick. Like, you'd be shocked. You'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that. And we all acted like we gave a shit about that stupid story. It shows you they're not important just by how fast we move on from them.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay,
Well-
who can we fire? Who can we replace? Who can we end?
But see, this is different though, in my opinion, because people are creatures of habit. We talked about it a little bit before, right? This isn't like, changing your fucking Facebook picture to, save Ukraine or something, and then boom, you forget about it, whatever.
Right.
Like this is playing out in real time in the real world. People are actively not doing it, right? I mean, so disassociating themselves from it, right? It's going to become like Zima, right? Like
Right.
you never want to be caught dead drinking a Zima,
Exactly.
right?
It's
Because
the
the
same thing
stigma
as
that goes
the-
along with it.
It's the Beavis and Butthead, man. Their dorky, goofy friend wearing a Winger t-shirt.
Right.
Kip Winger, I've seen interviews, and I won't remember him exactly, obviously, but I remember him years, probably decades ago at this point, saying, oh, it fucking crushed us. Are you kidding me? When you put that shirt on that fucking cartoon kid, it fucking destroyed us.
Yep.
Like, they knew. Immediately, people were like, I ain't gonna fucking be caught dead wearing a Winger tee.
Right.
Like, you just weren't.
Exactly right. And I mean, so, will it wear off a little bit? Yes, it will. It's not going to be the full on, but most of these people that were Bud Light drinkers, or at least were indifferent about it, you know what I mean, would drink a Bud Light just as well as a Miller Lite or whatever.
Right.
But that now are not, they're not going back anytime soon.
I don't think so.
I don't either. No, they're not, because they've either found something new,
Right.
right? And I mean, they quit for a reason. I mean, like, I don't see it ending. Like I said, it'll taper off a little bit. The smoke will fucking die down, but their numbers will not come back. Not anywhere near. Nowhere near what they were.
Yeah, and we've seen what I would just call anecdotal evidence. There's a lot of that. Like,
They might as well just fucking abort fucking Bud Light and start making fucking, Schlitz fucking extra.
Yeah.
Whatever. Call
Yeah.
it something else. Call
Well,
it big swinging dick beer.
Yeah.
Straight as fuck beer. There you go.
There's pictures and videos that are coming out all the time that I see, and we don't talk about all of this, but I remember one from, I don't know, a week or two ago, and it was, I believe, at Boston's Green Monster. Fenway. I believe it was taken at Fenway, and it shows like the lines for the beer and then the Bud Light line, and it's empty.
Yeah,
and
people
it's,
are fucking 40 people deep to get anything else.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know in reality, like, is everybody aware of this story? But there are some people suggesting there's people that are getting shit for grabbing a Bud Light, like they're indifferent, they don't care.
Right.
And now it's like, nice queer beer.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting fucked with by friends, and it's not worth it. And they're like,
Exactly. Well, that's just it. I mean, if there's, the three guys, let's just say, I'm not, one guy's like, I don't give a shit. I'd get a Bud Light. I'm not fucking going to wait in that line. You know what I mean? I'm going to stand 45 minutes. I can just get a fucking Bud Light right
If you're
here.
at a concert or a game, I could see.
Right? Like, fuck it. But it's not the shit you're going to take for it. It's not because you're making a stand.
Yeah.
It's because of the stigma that's attached to it.
I think, personally, there are so many people that are so fed up with this narrative that feels forced on them. No matter how you feel about it, there's a lot of people that are like, that just kind of take a lot of shit. Like, okay, I guess Lori Lightfoot can say whatever she wants about why she wasn't elected and just be gaslit. We're constantly being gaslit by things. Oh, the border's secure. Sure. In fact, that fucking retard from the podium the other day said, the border issues are down 90%. And it was such bullshit.
You could just say it.
What?
You can just say it without having to back anything up.
Yeah. And so you're gaslighting people at that point. No, it is not down 90%. And what it was is
where
like,
the fuck is Ducey when we need him there? What are you talking? Come on, Pete.
Right.
Excuse me. What the fuck? Hold on.
He did.
Of course
it was
he
like
did.
the next day. It was like, hey, and there were other people from other media outlets that were like, where did you come up with this 90%? And it's, of course, some illusion.
Exactly, right. The
Bullshit.
manipulated number, right.
Yeah,
we're down 90% of people coming across with moles on their left cheek.
Yeah, left ass cheek. Right. Yeah, exactly. Something like that, where it's like, okay, you're just dealing in horse shit at this point. So there's a lot of that feeling that a lot of people have, that I know my eyes aren't lying. I know I'm not crazy. I know what these people are saying, and it goes against everything that I'm seeing in reality. Gas prices are down. Just say it. There's no inflation. Just say it. Who cares?
Yeah, they are down because they were up to fucking $5 at one
Right.
point.
They're only $4.89 now a gallon.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but what happened to $2.13 a gallon? Like, hello, what are we talking about? So I think for a lot of those people, this is a very easy way to go. Look, I can't just go on TV and debate something and get my point out there. But what I can do is, in my own stupid personal little way, I'm going to buy a fucking case of Coors Light. It costs the same. It basically tastes the same. And I can just send my own tiny little fraction of a fuck you that, I'm not cool with this. Stop pretending that everybody's cool and on board with this. We're not. And no, I'm just not going to do it. And I think that's what's going on.
For the record, I hated Bud Light long before this.
So did I. So. But if we were at a baseball game and they had Miller Lite or Bud Light, sure, I'll take a Bud Light. Now,
I would actually,
I would send a message.
I would go Bud Light over Miller Lite if those were my two options. Yeah.
Now,
no. I'm saying like in the past.
In the past, yeah.
No. And
now I wouldn't, just out of like, yeah, you know what? No. I do hope people understand, like, when we just because
it's
you're
not even
getting
a Bud Light thing, it's a bigger picture type thing.
100%.
Right. This is an opportunity to send a message. Bud Light, you just happen to be the lightning rod on this one. You're going to have to take it on the tits.
Thank you.
So this is your cross to bear.
Yeah.
You were the last straw in the pile.
And an easy way for me to, some people it's not as easy. My dad, like when Disney, what did Disney do?
Did Bud Light do anything so incredibly egregious that they deserve to be canceled essentially?
Forever?
Right?
No,
of course
they
not.
don't. And when you look at
but at some point,
when you look at campaign spending, Bud Light, of all American companies, actually spends like 60-40 more on Republicans.
Okay.
So they've been supportive of campaigns more so than just like liberal Democrats.
Yeah.
Bud
a lot
Light
of that's
in
got
specific.
more to do with their policies and shit like that. But just Budweiser, a good old fucking redneck beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
For sure.
That's just what it is.
Yep.
So
and it's been a staple for 100 years.
Yeah. Fucking good old middle America.
So I think that's what you're seeing, and why things like this, while anecdotal, makes sense. And if you knew who Clay Travis was and you see him doing a thing, my brain would automatically go, oh, the point is to not grab the Bud Light because he's from Outkick. There would be people around him.
Yeah.
So is it a fair...
Yeah, right. I don't know. I saw that happened,
Yeah.
and nobody was taking it. But again, there was nothing. No, the Fenway thing. Now, is that just an anomaly,
Could it be clever editing? Like as it's closing, you can always find those when they're closing before they've even put the gate down.
Right.
And it's like, oh, there's no one here, and there's just a bunch of employees standing around.
Except there was a huge line for the one stand next to him.
Exactly.
No, I don't think it was. Like I said, I think it will die down a little bit, but right now you're still in it. And
but my whole point of that is usually we're not in these things for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Like they do move on quick.
well, yeah, you find a new victim, but that doesn't mean that even when you find a new victim here, that now all of a sudden you're just going to go back and start drinking Bud Light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can still move on to a new victim, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that, or whatever cause, not victim, whatever, but new fucking rally cry, whatever it's going to be. But that doesn't mean that you automatically, just go back. Okay, well that one's over, so now I'm just going to start drinking Bud Light again. No,
Right.
that's going to continue through. That's one of those things that has just that kind of staying power.
I think of it like the Coca-Cola one when that was like. What was that meeting? They were trying to tell people not to be
less white.
Be less
be
white.
less white, yeah.
And people were outraged. And it's like
See, the problem is that Coke is clearly better than Pepsi by fucking
by
leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it's not
Like,
even close.
They would have to rape my
Plus-
fucking dog or something for me to stop drinking Coke.
Yeah. Plus, people then found out in a quick way just how much Coca-Cola owns of products that you use that you
Under
didn't
that
even
umbrella.
realize. It's
Exactly.
just under the umbrella.
Just like Anheuser-Busch.
So you really had to do a lot of work. But Bud Light specifically,
Yeah.
whether you go down the road and you go, well, I'm not drinking a Budweiser or but Bud Light is taking the shit.
Yep.
But it's easy to not drink a Bud Light. It's harder.
It doesn't do any good if you, instead of drinking a Bud Light, you drink a Budweiser.
Right.
it's all
Most
the
people
same
aren't
bottom
going to
line.
do that,
Right.
but they're making the point at Bud Light.
Yes.
It's not like a lot of these other things where it's like, well, shit, it's my favorite water. It's my favorite fucking Gatorade product. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's at every restaurant. It's unavoidable.
I saw an ad.
Bud Light is very easy to avoid.
Fucking historically, all the badass, beer mirrors, bar mirrors, fucking
Yeah.
Tiger Stadium, all the, Bud Lights had them forever.
Yep.
I saw a guy listed, he had a fucking massive collection of them,
Really?
giving them away. Yeah. Like, get them out of my fucking house, man.
Really?
And I mean, like, there were some fucking classic ones,
Really?
Like, 10 years from now, no one's going to remember this.
Yeah. No, so when you're trying to, I think this one in specific is the perfect storm. It's the perfect thing where it's really, it doesn't cost. I was going to say about Disney.
Minimal effort.
Like
too.
when Disney kept going woke, and then they're going to fire Gina Carano or whatever because her really innocent statement, by the way. And it was like, fuck her. And it was like, so where are all the fucking women supporters? Where are all the, like, I'm a woman, I can do anything. And she's a badass, like, MMA chick, and she's acting. And, so a lot of people canceled Disney. Not so easy when you have kids and grandkids and maybe you're a Star Wars fan, they're coming out with new Star Wars shit. Eventually, even someone like me who doesn't watch Disney that often is like, fuck, I do kind of want to watch that. Oh man, I kind of like to see that too.
Yeah.
Like there are things.
You just went and bought a Star Wars Lego.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But with Bud Light, different story. It's not something like I can go to the fridge and where there's Bud Light, there's 100 other options.
Yep.
And they're equally as good or better.
Yeah.
And so it's very, I know. Yeah. But especially for young people, that maybe don't know. So anyways, Clay Travis went out and went to a concert in Nashville where he lives. He posted on Twitter a video of a cooler filled with 3 different kinds of beer, and he allowed passersby to pick whichever one you wanted. Later videos showed the cooler again, now exclusively filled with Bud Light cans, which would be so easy to edit to make a point. Sure. I'm not saying he did that, but it would be very easy.
Exactly. It could be, yeah.
He said people avoided Bud Light all night and reflected that a big issue going forward for Bud Light is many don't even want to be seen with the product. They just pick another brand. So in the first video, he narrates his experience. He explains he put 3 types of beer in the cooler. Michelob Ultra. I can honestly say I've never had one.
It's fine. It was super light. Yeah.
Isn't it 1 calorie less than Bud Light or Miller Lite?
No,
or
not
something?
Mick Ultra. Mick Ultra's got less.
I thought it was like 1
Miller.
calorie less than like Miller Lite or something.
Maybe it is. Maybe I'm
Something
thinking
like that.
else.
Yuengling?
Yingling.
Yingling.
Yeah, oof, love it.
Is that good?
Yeah,
I
can't
don't-
get it here.
Oh, you can't.
No,
In,
it's the oldest brewery
Michigan?
in the country. Yeah, they're in Ohio. They got you can get it almost everywhere in the country now, and still not in Michigan.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? That was true in California with Labatt.
Yeah, well,
a long time.
but that wasn't. They didn't do it intentionally. You couldn't get Labatt. It just doesn't reach that far. It's a fairly regional thing.
Right,
It's
right.
No, but this is from Ohio, and they're like,
Are they fuck you to Michigan?
yeah,
Why?
Yeah, because it's fucking the rivalry, I guess.
No. Is that what it is?
I mean, hey, you can't. I mean, they just opened up not that long ago, like 4, 5, 6 years, maybe. The timeline's weird, but because it was only available in certain states. It wasn't just Ohio, but it was kind of Ohio and down. And
Yeah,
they were like,
Midwest
okay, we're
thing.
going to open up to the surrounding areas. We're like, all right, we're going to get fucking Yuengling in Michigan now. Illinois, Indiana, New York, everybody else around.
we should
got it.
Google why can't you get Yingling in Michigan?
Oh, I was fucking scared shit of me. It's the Bogues.
Oh, Bogues is here?
I saw him like run by. I was like, what the hell?
You said Yingling?
Yeah.
What? Yuengling, and that's pronounced Yingling.
Yeah.
What would you compare it to? Is it like a Bud Light or a Mick Ultra? Is it
No,
totally
it's
different?
yeah, it's a little fucking a little heavier than that. More like a Bud, I guess. Than
Yeah.
a Bud Light.
Anyway, there's been Beer Business Daily. They've done figures on this stuff, and it sounds like Bud Light's down 26%. That's an unmitigated disaster for the brand, and many are now avoiding the beer to avoid being mocked for drinking the beer. There's no quick fix here. Brand is slaughtered in red state beer drinking communities. This, according not to me, but to Clay Travis.
Hold on. These are terrible fucking answers. Why is Yuengling beer illegal in Michigan? Because Yuengling is a regional brand and is not distributed anywhere west of the Mississippi. Okay,
All right.
Great answer. Fuck.
Wait, did you say illegal in Michigan?
That was like the question in this what people ask. Why is Yuengling illegal in Michigan? The answer of this is because it's regional and they don't distribute west of the Mississippi. I didn't realize we were west of the Mississippi.
Are we?
No,
I didn't think so either.
no.
Anyway, I don't know. It goes on and on and on, but it's I guess we'll see how it plays out. It'll be interesting to see. If I'm being totally honest, I think Bud Light's on its way out for a long time, anyways.
Yep. It
There's
looks like
just
it's
so
actually-
many options now.
Looks like it's actually coming to Michigan sometime soon. It
There you
says.
go.
Eventually.
There you go.
Okay, time to stop the hate, man. Give me some Yuenglings.
There you go.
Yeah, I used to get it, and then
I'll
because
try it.
I couldn't get
It
it.
sounds like it should come in a yellow can, does it?
No, it's like a red and gold kind of.
Like fucking yuck eyes?
No, not bucket. No. Like no. Besides, that's gold, not gray. Scarlet and gray.
Well,
No, but then they finally got it in Indiana, so then I could start buying it there and bringing them. But
yeah.
anywho,
Let's see. Okay, so
we gotta get you ready for the ball, Cinderella.
yeah, I know. I got to get out of here. Let's do a couple of emails and then we'll call it a day. Venlafaxine. So this is the.
I'm sorry, what?
The venlafaxine. That's the drug I'm on.
Oh, okay.
It turns out that is
was
not
somebody's name.
It's not an SSRI. It's an SNRI, which is a little less lethal version. So if I'm going to go on a rampage and kill a bunch of people with an AR-15, less likely with venlafaxine. But I had mentioned how I've had these like when I've gotten off it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just forgot to fill my script and missed it for a couple days. Like, it goes to a really bad place. And people heard me talking about it, and they're coming out of the woodwork a little bit. Mike, just so you know, I have been on that same shit for like 6 years now. And if you ever have a headache or your shit just feels off in any way, like maybe you're sick, think about if you took it the day before. Or if you were off balance with your hearing, balance, normal shit. It keeps the gun out of my mouth most of the time. But when I don't have it, yeah, not so much. So heads up, dude. Love that you shared this. Thought I get none of the shaky stuff like you. Though I get none of the shaky stuff like you brought up. Did I say that? That I got shaky? I
I
don't.
don't listen to what you say.
Yeah.
Don't pay
Fair.
attention.
Glad you said it on TDC. Also, now that I've bought the new merch, how about where can I replace my Detroit Cast sweatshirt? I feel like a poser in this TDC podcast merch. Also, at least the Detroit Cast had a presence where I think TDC thing doesn't have a point of reference, at least for now, for new peeps. Just a thought, or 10. Jeff. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Jeff.
Yeah, there's some updates that should happen.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. So Luke has sent me a lot of emails. He says, fuck, you're going to hate how much I'm emailing you. That literally could not be further from the truth. I love when you guys email. I don't care if you email me 10 times a day. Walters, with an O, obviously, at DetroitCast.com. Love reading your stuff. You cannot over-email. I don't care if it's a story, if it's a news article, or if it's your personal thoughts set to Troy, to me, whatever. They're great. So no, you are not bumming me out with emailing me. I literally read this article yesterday, and yes, the author has taken some liberties. Scary as shit. I didn't know that 22 years ago, GlaxoSmithKline was found liable by a jury for a 66-year-old guy with no history of aggression who was taking Paxil for 2 days, then killed his wife, daughter, granddaughter, and himself. Did you know that? Look at all the others. Not sure if this is what's happening, but if the SSR industry would likely be looked into if it didn't bring in more revenue than the GDP of some countries. So the decades of evidence that antidepressants cause mass shootings. I will read some of this article on a future show. Okay. It's a big article, and I'm going through it. And it's quite disturbing.
Oh yeah,
it's I believe
that's my go-to anymore when something like fucking totally whack happens. You know what I mean? If it's fine, if it's a racist attack, okay. Yeah. Sure. But when it's one of those, then you go, what the fuck, dude? Like the guy, the dude in Kentucky or whatever it was, the kid that went in and shot the bank up that he worked at.
Yeah.
Wherever he was. But,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's just like, something doesn't add up.
Yeah.
You know? Like it just.
He's popular, athlete.
Like, okay. All right, let's start looking at the meds.
Well, when you start putting it together and looking at how many people are on these antidepressants, how many young people are on them, and what their behavior is. Yeah. In these situations, it's tracking remarkably. And I think what people need to fully understand, and most of us learn this with COVID and with the vaccines, if you thought that the medical industry in any way gave a shit about your health, hilarious. Yep. That's adorable. It's adorable. It is not.
Dangerous.
It is a business, pure and simple. It does so much harm. But when you've got lobbying groups that are going to bat on your behalf, and you're spending, 90% of the ad spends on cable news and on regular news is all by the pharmaceutical countries. And then when you know that our country and New Zealand are literally the only two countries on planet Earth that allow you to advertise fucking medicines on TV like it's a product. And New Zealand's not nearly as bad as us, with cute jingles and flowery days and husband and wife holding hands in the bathtub thinking about fucking hard-on drugs. No, they don't do that. They're not as bad as we are with like, just another picnic with your family. Yeah. Thank God for Paxil, or whatever.
Paxil.
Paxil.
Yeah, that was a big one.
So he says, dude, even if you block my email and ban me from downloading the podcast, please forward this article to Landau. The SSRI media or mass shooting connection is fucking scary. Signed, stalker, not a stalker, but I do have a fine Grey Goose buzz going, Luke. So, yeah, I believe Landau had mentioned this about the connection.
Yeah.
And so I'm just learning more about it now. I'm usually slow to the party. I had no idea that a 66-year-old dude with no history of violence was put on antidepressants shortly after killed his wife, daughter, granddaughter, and himself. Then a jury determined that GlaxoSmithKline was liable for his actions. Prior to 1986, fully automatic guns could be purchased without a background check, and we didn't have mass shootings. The first SSRI was approved in 1987. Maybe just a weird coincidence, maybe not. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fucking scary, dude.
Absolutely. And, there's no reason for them to want to stop. There's too much money in it.
And then I know you want to hear from James.
Sure.
LGBT plus. They're all lumped together for convenience sake. Easy to identify all mental patients. Okay.
Sure.
Don't take it up with me, man. I didn't say it.
Thanks, James.
I didn't say it. All right. I got to go check out Blink 182. So let's get out of here, T.
Let's
wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We will be back tomorrow. I'll tell you all about the Blink 182 concert.
Can't wait.
I'm excited, man. People were posting, they were trending on Twitter yesterday, And I was pulling up videos and of Travis's drum solo. People were sharing. It looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, right on.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
I don't think I could name one Blink. I know who Travis Barker is.
All the small things.
Oh God. Oh. All right. Cool.
Come on.
No.
Dude, they're so good. They're so fun live.
Hopefully they're so good, yet that's the fucking their claim to fame.
Well, I mean, it was probably a number one hit. I mean, yeah, it's overplayed.
So is fucking.
Yeah, that's like saying the Grateful Dead is trucking. I mean, I've just spit out a song you might know.
Okay.
Adam's song. I mean, I could go through a shitload of stuff. Here's the thing with Blink-182. I saw them a few times years and years ago. They were much younger, and they would be doing dick and fart joke humor on stage. That kind of shit. Hopefully they're more of a evolved band and can just
more
fucking
refined.
Yeah, because they're great players, and Trav is unbelievable. So,
all right, have fun.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. All right, everybody, have a great rest of the day. We will be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.